A very good evening and thank you for joining us on Primetime News. I'm Selima Shimwefeleni Masipa. In our top story tonight, President Dr. Hage Geingob is on a state visit to South Africa at the invitation of his counterpart, Cyril Ramaphosa. The aim of the visit, as stated in a press release from the Office of the Presidency, is to strengthen the already existing bilateral relations between Namibia and South Africa. Isabel Bento brings us the latest updates on this developing story.
The state visit is expected to afford Namibia and South Africa an opportunity to strengthen bilateral cooperation, enhance economic cooperation, explore trade and investment, and also identify new areas of cooperation in the field of green hydrogen, including oil and gas sectors.
Our two governing parties, SWAPO and ANC, are inseparably bound by difficulties. I'm going to say you can choose your friends, but you cannot choose your neighbor. However, in South Africa, we are not only with a neighbor, we are with friends, comrades, with whom we share very painful past.
According to the presidency, the transformation of the heads of State Economic Forum into the Binational Commission has also provided an impetus to further enhance bilateral cooperation and a platform to exchange views on issues of mutual interest and concern at regional level. Geingob is expected to return to Namibia on Saturday.
Meanwhile, the ruling SWAPO party turned 63 years old today, and President Dr. Hage Geingob took to social media to extend his well wishes. In a post, the president praised the party for its efforts to unite the nation and drive economic development in the country.
President Hage Geingob said SWAPO will continue to work to complete the mission of socio-economic well-being for all and wished the rank and file of the party a happy 63rd anniversary. On behalf of the SWAPO Party Youth League, its secretary Ephraim Nekongo said they remain indebted to the only party that has a history of liberating Namibia from the jaws of colonialism as they continue to draw inspiration from the pioneers of yesteryears. SWAPO Party, he added, is an epitome of non-racial, non-tribal, non-partisan organization and national bearer of peace, stability and national reconciliation.
Namibia Revenue Agency, or NAMRA, Commissioner Sam Shivute has expressed his appreciation for the patriotism and discipline shown by taxpayers and traders in contributing to the development of Namibia through the taxes paid to the agency. Speaking at the annual Taxpayer and Traders Appreciation Day on Wednesday, Shivute highlighted that their contributions have enabled some members of the public who would otherwise be destitute to access healthcare and social grants. Our producer Josephina Simeon was there to capture his speech. Let's take a listen.
Sometimes that which we contribute, we take it for granted. But as a result of your contribution, some members of our community who would under normal circumstances be destitute, they are not destitute because of your contribution. Here I'm referring to the most vulnerable members of our society, the elderly, the orphan, those who under normal circumstances they will not be able to afford a private health services, but in Namibia the public hospital, they will always be able to treat you, whether you have a medical aid or not. There is a funding squeeze. Funding squeeze meaning that the physical space or the capital that used to be there in the market is not there like it used to be. And therefore, we all need to contribute to our revenue collection.
Moving on, the United States Ambassador to Namibia, Randy Berry, on Wednesday held a media roundtable discussion in the capital. Berry discussed the importance of the recently passed information bill, which compels public and private entities to make information available to the public. He also touched on efforts to strengthen the bilateral relationship between Namibia and the United States with a focus on increasing free trade and investment. Here's more on this story.
One near-term step I think that's really interesting to me and to our mission is the recently passed Access to Information Bill, which seeks to compel public and private entities to proactively and promptly make information available to support our efforts for transparency and accountability. That's what builds trust and faith, in a democratic system. So essentially, if you had to reduce my job to one key responsibility, it's to work to build up the bilateral relationship in all of its various aspects. This means working together with Namibian partners to increase free trade and investment, to support the development of an inclusive economy here. I'll be spending a good deal of time on that, but also how we can be a trusted partner to help build upon the democratic tradition here, and also, very importantly, to build up people-to-people ties.
Up next, your top roundup. Welcome to Primetime Biz, where we bring you the latest news and updates from the world of business and economics. In our lead story, the Namibia Revenue Agency, or NAMRA, has exceeded its tax revenue collection target for the 2022-2023 financial year. According to the head of domestic taxes, Idi Itope, the agency has collected 57 billion Namibian dollars so far, surpassing the estimated target of 53 billion Namibian dollars for the period. Josephina Simeon was at the Taxpayer and Traders Appreciation Day event on Wednesday, where Itope made the announcement. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
It's because of you that we have exceeded our target and collected 57 billion in tax revenue. As we move forward, the estimates rise and we're required to collect more. So we have a target for this year, just started, but going forward, and it's a good thing we're talking while we're at the beginning of the year. So we have that target of 68 billion to collect, but the economy is expected to grow. That the GDP is also expected to grow. That in 2023-24, it's estimated to be at 215 billion.
Mobile telecommunications giant MTC earlier today awarded 5 bursaries to students, both new and carryover, in a ceremony held in the capital. According to the learning and development specialist Eugene Fish, the company has successfully retained over 90% of students who have received bursaries by employing them in the business, utilizing their acquired qualifications, skills, and attributes. Our correspondent, Petrus Namadiko, brings us more on this story.
Well, I can proudly say that we have retained more than 90% of those qualifications, skills, and attributes in the form of employing them in the business for the business. Most of these bursary recipients today are plowing back their dividends, or our MTC's dividends, in senior roles.
Receiving a bursary is not an easy feat. It is a testament to your hard work, dedication, and academic excellence. I remember the feeling of elation and gratitude when I was awarded my bursary. It opened doors that I never thought were possible. and it allowed me to pursue my passion with financial security.
We believe at MTC that education is the key to unlocking limitless potential and opportunities for the youngsters of this country. Through education, we empower our youth to create a better future for themselves, for their families, and for ourselves as well. As we hand over these bursaries to you today, we acknowledge the crucial role that you, these young women and men here in front of us, will play in shaping the future for Namibia.
That concludes our top news segment for tonight. Up next, we have the economics roundup, followed by a comprehensive weather forecast. Welcome to Sport Planet, your one-stop destination for all the latest sports news and updates from around the world. In a major boost for Manchester United, Marcus Rashford has returned to training ahead of their Europa League quarter-final second leg against Sevilla tonight. The England international, who has scored a career-high 28 goals this season, suffered a groin strain in a match against Everton on April 8th. While United had initially expected him to be absent for a few games, his timely return could make all the difference in the game, with the tie currently balanced at 2-2 after 2 late own goals conceded by United in the first leg at Old Trafford. On to English Premier League news. Mikel Arteta is confident about Arsenal's ability to bounce back following their recent disappointing draws against Liverpool and West Ham, which has cost them their momentum in the Premier League title race. With a lead of just 4 points ahead of defending champions Manchester City, who also have a game in hand, the upcoming match between the two title-chasing teams at the Etihad Stadium next week could prove to be pivotal. Arteta is preparing the team to face Southampton, who are currently at the bottom of the league, on Friday, and said that they have reacted well after their setbacks. Your sports roundup is up next. And that's a wrap for tonight's newscast. Remember to tune in again tomorrow for more informative news and updates from across the region and beyond. From myself, Selima Shumwe Feleni Masipa, and the rest of the production team, we wish you a good night.